Is this intertwined or funded? Does it have anything to do with the recent agreement between the city and the county, where the city decided to take over South Pine Tree all the way around?
Yes.
So it's the same funds, the state, $3 million, and the SPLOST and all. Okay.
Wayne, since you brought up that about the roadway, I want to, because there's been some discussion. Of course, it's out of their hands now, but you know the city is in the drawings. And I guess, did we get a consensus of the council as to that third lane? Because Mr. Marley brought to my attention that he was not aware of how it's going to be designed. But we talked about just having some turnoffs.
Yeah.
But I think if the majority of the council wanted to be 3 lane, I think we need to go forward with the 3 lane. So y'all need to.
Yeah, I'd like to see. Excuse you, go ahead.
Would that change any funding, cost of funding on that?
It doesn't change the funding that we get from DOT, and we would not change the dollar amount of the
Okay, that's
total project cost.
fixed amount.
Yeah.
But you know, we've got consultants that are working off a typical section that was approved late last year. So if we're going to change it, we need to go ahead and change it.
Okay.
Well, I thought it wasn't done. I thought it was the fact that the way the county had it drawn, it was 3 lane. We were gonna just have some turnoffs. We was gonna add on some footage on both sides of the roadway. And if I'm not mistaken, I think you mentioned, Jay,
That's correct.
might have mentioned that.
Turn lanes and all
it
of
would
them.
still be wide enough for 3 lanes.
Yeah.
That's correct. But it's really
The way it's set up now is the typical section is actually 2 11-foot lanes and then a 4-foot shoulder
On both sides.
real wide shoulder to get out of the way
and then side with the trail on one side and then I believe sidewalk on the other side. So,
Okay.
At the intersection of Jackson and Pine Tree.
and it's set up for 3 turn lanes right now. 3 left turn lane at West Jackson Street, 1 at South MLK, and 1 at the hospital.
Right.
Okay.
It's
so,
all the high traffic areas.
So I'm still gonna go back to my point, because before the drawings are done, you guys gotta make sure, because we don't want the drawings to get done and y'all don't like it, and then so we gotta redo it, because that's gonna cost money too. So we need to point him in the direction so he can get with the engineers to do it the way you all want it done.
The current design does not include a contiguous center lane.
I'd like to see the drawings in the early stages, because I know at this point it's up to the council, but I mean, I did understand that we were going to try to fulfill as many of the county commissioners concerned that I think live in that area as we could, as is practical, and I'd like to see them be involved in it. I mean, I know ultimately we'll vote on it, but I'd like them to feel included.
So we got to vote on again, because I thought.
Well, I was going to ask you, do you want to have Wayne provide you with more information and table this for the time being?
Well, that's not on here. That has to be done either way.
I think that we can go ahead and approve this
Okay.
contract
Yeah.
for the water improvement, you know, and because it's
And
really
then worry about that.
Back and
Yeah, because that has to be done anyway.
Right.
We
We
didn't
didn't
want.
change somewhat either way.
Okay.
We're pretty secure.
So we're good going with where you have it now. Okay.
Yeah, because I was contacted by people that live in that area that are not county commissioners that were wanting the 3rd lane and wanting to know, you know, what's the deal? Emergency traffic, you know, emergency vehicles coming down, they'd have a lane to go through. And
I think some of the biggest concerns too, besides the emergency vehicles, was the fact that traffic gonna speed up. And that's where we have those signs, and now that we control with the police department, that whole area, they can do,
Some of the previous
take care of it.
discussions were that contiguous center lane
Speed up traffic.
speeds up traffic. By nature, it's going to cause people to go faster.
And when we say 3 lanes, though, what we mean is 2 traffic lanes and a turn lane. The center lane is never intended for normal traffic.
But it creates
some
that.
people refer to as a suicide lane.
Just going around. And when you've got a wider surface, people by nature are going to.
They just go faster. They just tend to go faster anyway.
Will the homeowners have to pay anything for this?
The state's pretty big on it, and I'm told that the state with that $3 million grant or whatever whatever it was they gave the county, reverted us, that specifically was in the plan that was in them to get it. And
Maybe we ought to get some statistics on that. I mean, I've driven that road for many, many years, and I can't recall, honestly, I can't recall ever seeing an accident outside of the intersection right there at Magnolia and Pine Tree. And then you talk about the emergency vehicles. It's been like that for 20-something years since that station's been out there with 2 lanes.
We've had a couple rear ends.
It's not gonna get worse because we put turn lanes in. Well,
It might get safer.
Thank you, Wayne.
All right.